Peace, people. It's the God Fresh God tapping in one time. You heard? Tapping in from the tri-state. You heard? New Jersey, New York. You know, the East Coast. Today I wanted to talk about candy. You heard? How the candy was our crack in the 90s. All my 80s babies, even some of the 70s babies, man. You know what I mean? If you grew up in the 90s, in the early 2000s, then you was heavy on that candy, you know what I'm saying? When I talk about candy, I'm talking about the real candy that you eat, you feel me? And the reason I want to talk about the candy is because it affected our behavior, you heard? Now, if you was somebody like myself who had to walk to school every day, you know what I'm saying? Me and my friends, on the way to school, we stopping at the deli. You heard? We stopping at the store, the deli, bodega, whatever you want to call it. Now we talking 7 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning. Got to be to school at 7:30. You know what I mean? Me and my friends, we didn't have the privilege or privileges of taking the bus. You know, a lot of kids, if you live in a certain area, they took the bus to school. But me and my friends, and the people I grew up with, my peers that lived in my area, we had to walk to school, you feel me? And when you walk into school, that shit could be a whole journey in itself, you know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to happen, you never know how the outcome going to be. You know what I mean? Just regular urban shit. But it's like, it affected our behaviors, you know what I'm saying? We stopping at the deli first thing in the morning, eating all this candy. By the time you get to school, your energy through the roof, you know what I mean? And a lot of teachers didn't understand that we was eating candy early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Unconsciously not knowing what it was doing to our minds, our bodies, and our behaviors, you know what I'm saying? So by the time you hit homeroom, first period, some of us, we was already getting kicked out of class, you know what I mean? We couldn't stop talking. Couldn't stop moving, couldn't stop laughing, you know, couldn't stop joking around. After the teacher told us, be quiet, it's time to quiet down, you know, we still having private convos. But it was the candy, man, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you can relate, you can relate. Now, first thing in the morning, what you do? You know what I mean? You might get a little breakfast sandwich. After the breakfast sandwich, it's go time now. It's time to eat the candy. The Annihilators, the Sour Powers, the Starbursts, the Skittles. They even had the dust, the cocaine, the candy cocaine, which is pixie sticks. You know what I mean? We eating pixie sticks first thing in the morning. So by the time first period come, man, we already getting in trouble, man. You know what I mean? And that's not an excuse for, you know, some of our behaviors, but a lot of our behaviors, like I said, it came from eating the candy. And then you save some of that candy for lunchtime. So by the time lunchtime hit, you supercharged, you know what I'm saying? That high done went down by the time lunchtime hit. We raising that high right back up, you know what I mean? I'm talking about we had everything, you know what I mean? Chocolate, Snickers, Kit Kats, Reese's, you know what I mean? Back when we was in grammar school, in middle school, like 6th grade, you know, 7th grade, even 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, whatever, you know, your parents probably didn't have a lot, but if you had, you know, if you was given $2, $3, $4, even $5, a lot of us, we spent that on candy, yo. You go in the store, you might get you some chips. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're going to get some lemon heads. You hear all the candy that I'm mentioning right now? You know what I mean? It's called cause and effect, man. You know what I mean? Nobody taught us or nobody was teaching us that this candy was having an effect on our behavior, you know, while we was in school, you feel me? So, you know, I just want to, you know, if you're a parent like myself, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm a parent, you know, I got 3 sons. It's just like my sons don't eat candy, you feel me? Because I know what the candy did to me and the effect it had on my teeth, you know what I mean? I had cavities out the ass growing up, you know what I mean? And it's just like, that was our crack in the 90s, man, you know what I mean? That's why I don't give my children candy, man, you know what I mean? That shit is crack, that shit is cocaine, you know what I mean? In the candy form, you know what I mean? So, you know, even though we had good times, you know what I mean? I'm talking about, we used to spend, yo, you give me $5, man. My favorite candy back then used to be Sour Powers. You give me $5, I'm definitely getting at least $3 worth of Sour Powers, man. All that cane that's on the you know, the sour straw, Twizzlers, I mean peanut chews, I mean, you know, my sisters and my brothers, they probably can name other certain type of candies that they was eating. They gonna say juju beans and all that. But like I said, man, just be aware. You know, just be conscious. If you got children, if you have children, that the effects that it has on kids, man. You feel me? And like I said, man, to each his own, but at least through the knowledge about this candy thing, man. You know what I mean? And the effects it can have on the children when they're in school, man. Especially in the urban areas, man, because that's where all the delis at and bodegas, you know what I mean? They're in the urban neighborhoods. So, you know what I mean? Salute to everybody I was born in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know what I mean? That could relate, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to the next topic, man. Y'all be easy, man. First God. Peace.